Hey, good morning everyone. Friday morning, the 31st of July, 2020. This morning's devotion has a look at two verses from Scripture. The first being Joshua chapter 1 verse 9, which reads, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." And the second from the prophet Isaiah chapter 41 verse 10, which reads, "So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." When we try to overcome our fears, we often try to rationalize them. We may think of reasons why the thing we are afraid of is not so scary. We try to reassure ourselves of how safe we are. We also tend to overemphasize the saying, "It's nothing to be afraid of." So in short, we focus on our fears. In our verses of this morning, we find God commanding his people over and over again not to fear. The reason he tells us not to fear is not because he removes us from danger or diminishes the threat, but rather he is telling us not to be afraid because he is with us in our midst. Jesus, speaking to the disciples in John chapter 16 verse 33, says, "I've told you these things, so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world." Jesus knew what lay ahead of him, and his time for crucifixion was fast approaching. So instead of dealing in a panic-stricken way about the situation, he was calm, fully in control. When you are stronger than the circumstances that confront you, you too can have that peace. When you are convinced that God is still in control, you can have peace and know no fear no matter what happens. Jesus knew exactly how things would pan out, and so he could say with confidence, "Don't be troubled. Don't be afraid." The story goes about a young girl aboard a ship that was captained by her father, which was caught in a storm. Gales lashed the vessel, which was tossed around and rolled by the angry waves. The captain, being concerned for the safety of his passengers, asked the steward to have every passenger put on their life jacket and to prepare for evacuation. The steward knocked on the door of the cabin occupied by the little girl and told her that orders had been given to put on the life jackets. The little girl, who had been sleeping, asked, "Is my father at the helm of the ship?" And when she told he was, she quickly added, "If my father is at the helm, everything is going to be fine." David was able to pen in Psalm 23, "I fear no evil, your rod and your staff, they comfort me." My dear friends, God is not indifferent to our world, nor to your personal needs. His hand is not too short nor too weak to reach you at your point of need. All that we need to know, so that no fear will be in our lives as we walk into the future. My dear friends, may the Lord be with you. May he bless you. May he cause his face to shine upon you and be with you always. Goodbye.